There we go. Well done, Norton. First one in. Comments. Right, don't forget to put your name in. Don't forget to say you were here. Who else? I am here. Logan, because he's a cadet. Right. Logan, have you been training? That's what I want to know. Norton's been training. Norton got his red belt. Well, did you know that? You were there. I think. Logan, have you been training as hard as Alex Gregory? Alex Gregory has been doing 25 rising kicks each leg every day, as well as 25 fronts, 25 sides, 25 turns, and all his patterns every single day. Phenomenal, as they say. Facebook user is here. Oh, Finley is here. Finley is here and Facebook user is here. Let's just do a name check. All my patterns. Yeah, I've not seen them though. You need to do a video and send me them. Just do a video, one pattern. Send. Send it to the Facebook group or the Facebook page, not to me. Yeah? Because it makes it harder for me to look at it. Because I don't tend not to have my phone on. I think we're ready now. I'll make sure I've pressed live on the campsite. Wow, very nice. Because you could be winning the competition, of course. Hashtag TKD on holiday. You keep missing out. Hashtag TKD on holiday. Competition, we've had someone, whoa, where is it now? On the beach. There was some peculiar, oh, I can't remember now, they were that mad. Very good though. Training away. Oh, on Go Ape, I think it was. Ava was on sitting stance middle punch on top of Go Ape. Wobbly platform. Cracking. Alright, we're going to get started then, shall we? We're on live. I'm going to get rid of these. You have to make sure you've got a safe area. You have to put your name in. So putting here or hi is not enough because it doesn't always come up with your name. You have to specifically put your name in. And if you're going to put a comment in, I recommend putting your name first, then the comment. Because the only persons that I see the name of right now, there's only one. Norton. That's it. Everybody else is called Facebook user. Alright, so just to make it easy on Linda, what I suggest you do now is put a comment and say your name, not your name, but put your name in. Put your name in, your first name and your surname, put it in so that Linda can put in the attendance. Because if it's not there, if she says Facebook, she's Facebook user or here, that's it, can't put your name in. We can't go, oh, they were here. Right? So please put your full name in. Otherwise, your attendance will not be added. Right, let's get cracking. Enough said. Chariot. Kunga. Let's do techniques. What I said, Norton was there, accidentally. Norton was there, so he kind of knows what's going on today. Oh, Adam, see? I didn't even know Adam was here. And Adam's here. So now you put his name in. You've got to put your full name. Yeah, otherwise it could be some other Adam. It could be some other Alex. It could be some other Joshua or Josh. So please put your full name in. And it helps us spell it properly too. Right, so your grade pattern. If you're a colour belt, take your colour belt pattern, the first move. If you're a first degree black belt or if you're a black belt, There's only first degrees here, right? Your first pattern, kwange, you're going to start from the kwange start position. You're going to do the first move, right? That's it. I want you to do the first move of your pattern. So if you're a colour belt, let's say Adam is here, right? Adam, if he's, let's say he's a 6th cup, he would do this. If you're a 5th cup, you can do this. If you're a 4th cup, if you're a 3rd cup, if you're a 2nd cup, if you're a 1st cup, and so on, right? So please practice your first move now. Practice it. Don't just stand there and watch the screen and keep me on. Show me also, after a few seconds, have a think about it. If you know it, write it in now. On the keyboard, I want you to tell me the name of your first technique. Right? Now it gets a little bit crazy at first degree, but if you've read the handbook that I sent you, the 8th cup handbook, then you'll know where you start and where you finish. So for first degree, I want you to tell me what this is, and when you come round, I want you to tell me what this is. Okay? Don't worry about the Korean. I'm not interested in the Korean. Unless you know it, boom, put it in. But otherwise, just the English of what your first move is. In the case of first degrees, it's the position 1, position 2. Yeah, because I don't think it tells you what the movement is. I want you to tell me what this is. And I want you to tell me, without looking at the handbook, without looking up the internet, without doing a Google, none of that nonsense, you should know. And the longer you take to type it in, the less convinced I am you know it. Right? So you can start putting in the answers now if you haven't already. Because it takes about a minute. I've said it, 30 seconds later, you've put it in, 30 seconds later I see it. Yeah, that's how fast this game is. 1 minute of waiting. So that's why you're practicing something while you're waiting. As soon as you typed it in, boom, get back to practicing. I want you to tell me, as soon as I start to see messages, I'll go to that person's technique or pattern. I want you to tell me what this technique is. Ah, someone's told me. I'm guessing that's Logan. Yeah, he put his name in. Brilliant, well done. Heaven hands. Yep. Into close ready stance. B. Well done. Yeah, Logan's in first with the answer. So he is doing that. He's going snap. And then round. For you, Logan, this is important, the timing. So you're here, it goes snap, and your hand, foot and breath. Yeah? It's not at the end, it's just one. You're breathing out. Here. 1. That's got to be your priority. If you're hoping to do competitions, or grade eventually, you've got to perfect that. It's practice makes perfect. And I know you've got to come back for that one. I can't remember what you used to say, but that one is very important. It's the first move, and it's about timing and coordination. Norton is sitting stance, palm pushing block. Well done. Nice to see you've given me the full answer as well. And to be fair, Lorcan did as well. I'm waiting for Adam and Finley to tell me the answer because they haven't given me the answer yet. Right? So please give me the answer. And the reason I'm doing this is to test to see you're still here. You're still training. You're still in the session. Because I've had a couple of people put the name in to say they're there and then they disappear. Right? And they're not joining in anymore. They're just putting the name in to get the attendance and then they disappear and play, I don't know, Space Invaders or something. Okay, so yes, Logan, very specific as well. Specific enough to keep me happy. I like it. Was it Norton as well? Let me just double check. Yep, and Norton as well. So both of you correct. You've given me the is what I hoped you would, but not everybody in the last session gave me the full answer. Alright? So if you, Adam, or even, who else was it again? I don't know, he's disappeared, you see. Finley Hepper. If you're giving me the answer, I want the full answer. So that's hopefully a big enough clue. Right, so now for Lorcan, one, that's explosive, and you try and hold that as best as you can. You're building up the muscles. Just to make sure you balance the muscles on both sides, try and do it the same on the other leg as well. It's not for the pattern, it's for your body's coordination and working both sides of the body, obviously. Yeah? It's the same with the patterns. For red belts and above, Norton as well, I want you to try and do your techniques on the other side. So Norton quite rightly said what his was, right? But I want you, Norton, to flip over to the other side so you can coordinate the step as well. So for you as well, for everybody, anything that you do, you're coordinating the foot and the hand and the breath. Right? The foot, the hand and the breath. It's to maximize power. The power that you're generating, the foot, the hand and the breath. If they're done together in that one instance, you're going to get all the power you ever need into the target, whether it be a block, a strike, a kick or whatever. Sometimes you don't need power, it's not about power. Sometimes it's about maneuvering or countering by changing the person's direction. Right? It's not about power as such. But even on these techniques, the pushing as well, you still need the coordination to make it all work. The coordination of the core, because this pushing is done with this fully tensed, engaged. Not at the end, like a punch, boom, it's all the way through. All the way through. Alright? So that's different. Still waiting for Hepper. Where's the hop stepper, Hepper? Come on. I want the answer. You've got to tell me the answer. We're going to move on now. So for Lorcan, he's been doing this and practicing, and also on the other side. Balance on the other side as well. Now with these techniques, this one in particular, Lorcan, and the other one halfway through, you know what I'm talking about, right? The opposite, if you like. When you're doing techniques like this, it's an idea to practice in front of the mirror so you can see the technique. I'd say probably with everybody, all your techniques, you should try and do in front of the mirror so you can see what's happening. Or, even better, well, maybe not, I don't know which one's better, but filming. You with your mobile or your device or your laptop has got a camera in it, film yourself doing a pattern or film yourself doing techniques. Right? So you can do that. Right now, Alex Gregory, he's doing PE with Alex. It should be Taekwondo with Alex, but I'll let him off. He's been doing videos taking a PE class with Alex Gregory, with himself. But he's doing all the Taekwondo techniques. Right? You could do the same thing. Start filming all your techniques now, making sure they're getting better and better and better. And if you open, with Mums and Dad's permission, a YouTube channel, you can make it private. You can see your progress. You can see, there's the first time I tried that technique, or the first time I videoed it. And then a couple of weeks down the line, month, few months, and so on, you can see how much your technique has improved. And that's always going to be good for you. Right? You need to see how much you've come on. Because sometimes you get really stuck in Taekwondo and you get a bit fed up. Because it takes so long to get from one grade to another. But if you can see how you're progressing, it will G you up and keep you happy and motivate you even more. Alright, so enough of that. Next one for Lorcan. Because that one, Lorcan, it still needs work and it probably needs work for a long time. It's the first technique, right? But now we'll move on. So for Lorcan, the next one is foot, hand and breath. Right? And the other side. Going forward. You can practice going backwards as well, but let's just keep it simple. Forward for you, right side, left side, and it's a reverse. Okay? First cup. So we did this one, which you still haven't told me the answer of, and you're going to go into the second. And you've got to tell me what that is. Finley Hepper. You've got to tell me what the second move of your pattern is. I don't want you to do the first one anymore. I just want you to go from parallel straight into this one. Right? You're watching. Straight into, you are here. You step the right foot forward and strike with the right hand. So I want you to put the right foot forward and strike with the right hand, straight from a parallel. So you know the technique without having to do this first. Yeah? It's the same with 1-yo. Anybody that's doing here, sixth cup, if your second move is this, I don't want you to practice this all the time followed by this one. I want you to practice from parallel stance even, not even from here. Yeah? Just go from here, 1. Here, down, up, down, down, up, down. Same with all the patterns, the colour belt patterns. Down, up, down. If you are, who have we got in the house? Remind me who we've got. Second cup. Don't worry about the 2 punches, Norton. I'm not worried about that. Because once you've done this, there's the 2 punches. This one, right foot, I want you to just do this one by itself. So the same thing I was saying as 1-yo. Don't do this one first. I want you to try and practice this one. Yeah? So I'm changing the angle slightly so as to see, so you can see. I'm not going to be doing, remember what I said the other day, I'm not going to be doing it to you. That's wrong. It's here. Yeah? Here. You were doing this before. On the hand, it's this. A slight upward movement. This one, under the chin. Think about uppercut. Uppercut. Slightly back. Then up, uppercut. Back. Then uppercut. Yeah, don't chop like you were doing the other day. So that's your technique. Who else is in? Who else is in? Adam's here. Adam's 6th cup. So Adam, you sure already be on this one? Yeah? Down, up. Straight into that. You're getting much better at that one, by the way. The last class we had outside, very good. Who have I forgot? If I've forgotten you, it's because you've not been noisy enough in the class. Let me see. Loken, yes, he's got technique. Finley, I've given him his technique. Adam, giving him his technique. Norton, giving him a technique. So, giving you all the technique. Slow motion, reverse, upset, punch, and walking stance. Reverse, upset, punch. Well, technically, no. It is slow motion, you're right, yeah? Don't know why I did that. It's an upset reverse punch. It's not reverse upset. Does that make sense? It's a reverse punch, not reverse upset. Don't know if that, maybe you can see what I mean. If I do a walking stance reverse punch, it's a walking stance reverse punch. If I do a reverse block, it's a reverse block. You see the difference? You've said here in the text here, slow motion reverse upset punch. I see what you're saying, and you're probably not incorrect, but reverse upset punch. Upset reverse punch. Yeah? Maybe. I don't know now, after reading that again, I think you're probably not wrong. Not wrong. Here, not wrong. Just a different way of saying it. Just make sure you say it the right way in Korean. Dujibo chirugi. Dujibo bandi chirugi. Yeah, got me thinking now, Logan. Thank you very much. Yeah. We need the old grey matter having a little look at. And Logan's the one to do it. So nobody else is coming back. Finley Hepper's disappeared again. So well, he was there for a couple of comments and he's gone. So his attendance won't be marked in because he's not responding to any other. It could be the signal's stuff. Yeah, the signal could be up the spout, but you need to be consistently interacting here. This is why I've done it this way. I'm asking you lots of questions and you should still be practicing now. But we are going to move on. tomorrow, from tomorrow, we'll have the Zoom back on, so I'll be able to see it all, and there'll definitely be no excuses. Nobody can disappear, because it'll be Zoom, right? So for Lorcan now, I was going to do this one. I know you know what it is, Lorcan, I know you know what it is. But instead of that one, I'm going to ask you to do this kick here. Watch my knee. Yeah, the knee goes up towards you, front. It doesn't do this. And this is for everybody. When you're doing a side kick, whether it be side pressing, well, it doesn't matter what, any kind of side kick, right? You don't lift the foot to the side. So Adam, pay attention. I think yours are getting better now, Adam. But Adam used to do it as well. Not just Adam, but people tend to do this, right? Even if you're in bending ready stance, it doesn't do this. You don't do a doggy on a fire hydrant. It's not that. It's not a side kick. Yeah, it's a wee on a fire hydrant or against a tree. So make sure you lift the knee forward and crack down. Now, in the black belt pattern, 1 and 2. Midsection. Someone told me a long time ago it was high section. And that's, I believed it was. But it's not actually, it's middle. But that doesn't mean you can kick low. This one's low, right? This one here, it's not fully extended either. My knee's slightly bent. The knee's slightly bent. Right? And then the foot comes in. And what I said for the first kick stands for the second kick as well. So you lift the knee, 1. Lift the knee, 2. Right? So don't do this, 1 and then 2. Back to the doggy thing again. You have to slow it down, Lorcan. 1 and 2. Alright, so make sure you get that knee in and knee in again. Don't lift the heel up to the side. Alright, who else we got in? Norton's in. Norton's second cup. Because I don't think Finley's here anymore. If Finley is here, Finley's going to do the Gucciamaki and round. I can't do it in here because that's the ceiling's right there. Alright? So if you are there, Finley Hepper, do Gucciamaki, then round, 360 landing, and then Sonkal Debimaki. Ninja So Sonkal Debimaki. Second cups. You've just been doing this one, Olio Chirugi. From this Olio Chirugi, so if I did it, I'll do it that way. Right? I can't do this. Yeah, 1, punch, you slide in this one, Norton. Once you've done this Olio Chirugi, right to here, you come in and you slide. Slide. Not a lot. It's only about 1 foot width. You've got to keep an eye on the measure as well, because it helps balance out the turning kicks going down at the end, the turning kicks that way. If you step too long there and you slide too far there, you won't be able to measure then. If it's off, you won't be able to know which one you need to correct. So when you're doing this one, just make it 1 foot width. Yeah, from there to there is fine, or foot length. As long as you know how far it is, yeah? As long as you know how far it is, then this one. This one's getting good. Not everybody remembers to do this. Some people bring the foot in like that, close stance. So for second cups, you're going from here, slide, then vertical stance, Suchik Sogi, Sonkal Nereo Terigi. Yeah? Nereo Terigi, downward. So that's yours. And then for green belt, I've already said, green belt side kick. You do bending ready stance for green belt. Bending ready stance, side kick, and then landing knife hand guarding block twice. So here, right leg, knife hand, left leg, knife hand. But then, right leg, step and turn. And then, left leg, step and turn. So I want you to practice it on both sides. The funny one, the not regular one, the one that's not in the pattern, is going to get you a little bit confused. But try and do right leg, landing in knife hand guarding block, left leg, landing in knife hand guarding block, then right leg, which is the normal one, and then left leg, which is not the normal one, right? So that's for green belts. So I've done green belts, I've done red belt, I've done first degree, I've done first cup as well, even if he's not here. Have I missed anybody? And while you're there, I want you to type in very quickly, and then get back to practice, type in what that technique is called, or techniques. Very quickly. Don't waste time. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right? I want you to tell me what those techniques are. In English is absolutely fine. Korean's a bonus. But don't waste time. As soon as you typed it in, get back to practice. That's more important. As long as it's ticking away in your head what it is. And if you don't know, I'll help you. If you do know, I'll congratulate you. We haven't got long, so please don't waste time typing. I can't see. Usually, Loken's the one on the keyboard. It takes forever. We've only got a few minutes, Loken. Technically, well, that's a bit of a mess up, isn't it? 6:15 to 6:55, and the other one starts at 6:50. That's a good trick. It's 45 we finish. It's 45 we finish, which is in a few minutes, right? So please quickly put in the answer, the technique that you're doing. Who's that? Low pressing kick? Oh, sliding L stance punch. Huh? Now, is it an L stance punch or is it a fixed stance punch, Norton? Low pressing kick into a middle side kick. There's some of that, some details missing in that, Loken. I'm not too worried about it, right? Some detail. Don't worry about it though, it's not important. You've got the gist of it there, the gist of it. Fixed stance, yeah? No, it is fixed stance. So when you slide, this is why I asked you, yeah? Fixed stance. Not an L stance, it is a fixed stance, you're absolutely right. I could guess an answer why, but at the end of the day, it could be an L stance, but if you think about sliding, you need more stability. And if you've got a 70-30 and you're trying to slide into a 70-30, yeah? So you're more likely to be able to slide into a 50-50, which is the fixed stance, 50-50. So the answer that I would give, why are you sliding into a fixed stance and not into an L stance, is because you're sliding and you need to have the stability when you land. Just slide this direction and go into a left L stance is almost ridiculous, but not impossible. Not impossible, but almost ridiculous. Because you need stability, and it's much easier to focus on 50-50, or much easier to focus, should I say, landing like this than going, oh, 70-30, right? So 70-30 would be kind of ridiculous. So it's a fixed stance. If you're sliding, most likely going to be into a 50-50 stance. In fact, without checking, I could probably guarantee it. I might be wrong. Oh, I am wrong. Yeah, I am wrong in this case. But that's going forward. Going backwards is slightly different before Loken butts in there. Yeah, so Loken knows he's going to put it in a second. I know. In that one Loken that you're thinking about, I'm guesstimating here, that's going backwards, so slightly different. You're actually landing on that leg that is the 70. Yeah, but in Norton's stance, you're going forward, and you couldn't do a forward onto a 70. So you forward onto a 50, if that makes sense. So as in Kwange, you go like this, and this is L stance. But you're sliding backwards onto that leg. So that's 70. Right? So slightly different from what I was saying, but not sliding forwards. Almost out in, almost cut in there. I'm guessing that's Lorcan. When you put a comment in, because it says Facebook user, I don't know who it is, but if you're going to put a comment in, just put in your initials, or just put in Lorcan if it's Lorcan, or put, you know, Adam, put in Adam first. Just deleted the message before it came through. I don't know who that is. I don't know who just said that. You'll probably get the message I'm just saying now. Put your name in or your initials before you put the, so put your initials followed by the comment, because it's the only way I'm going to get to know who this is that's talking. I think it's Lorcan, because he's quite clued up on these things, right? And it's the way he thinks. Again, I don't know who that is. Yes, sorry, late. Lorcan, right? So put your initials in, followed by, so one line, if you, or, you know, you're going to comment, always prefix the comment with your name or your initials, because I get very confused, especially if someone else is called Facebook user. That really freaky, that is. We're talking about 6 different things if you're all called Facebook user, because you have to give StreamYard permission to take your name. If you don't give StreamYard your permission, all I see is Facebook user or YouTube user. Yeah, but Norton's on YouTube and he's given permission because it says his name, and everyone else is Facebook user, so it's very confusing for me. Right, now the takeaways from today: when you're demonstrating a stance, listen very carefully to what's been asked of you. It's very tricky. Sometimes you might think I've said one thing when in fact I haven't. I've said another. Specific technique. That's to say, take the stance and the hand, foot and hand, art of foot and hand, foot hand art, right? So I'm going to say what the stance is and what the technique is, unless you're already in the stance. So if I say Najandi Pakapa, I'll say Gunin so Najandi Pakapa Maki, right? Then I might say Palmochuki Maki. You don't change the stance, so I don't have to say what the stance is. It's obvious, or if I haven't said the stance, it's not different from the one you're in, right? Sang Palomaki, Songkal Anuro Turigi. The stance is the same. Hojong So Baro Turigi. The stance is different, so I said the stance. And it's the same when you give me an answer. When you're describing it to someone else too, if you're coaching, I want you to use stance and then technique. Well, the technique is stance, foot and hand. Yeah, the technique is foot and hand. Even if you're not kicking, you'll be in a stance, right? Or, for whatever reason, maybe you've got someone lying down on the floor on their back and you want them to punch in the air or something. You still have to tell them to lie down on the back and punch in the air. So lying down is still part of the technique, isn't it? When I'm saying the technique, I want you to take on board the stance and the technique. It might be front kick, in which case it's just front kick. But I'll probably say Jumbe or Gaburu Jumbesoge, Jumbe, or you know, bending ready stance first and then side kick. With kicks, we probably already started in a stance. And then we'll kick. And the likelihood is, if we don't go back, but we go forward, then you'll be landing in the same stance. Right? So I might just say, coming forward front kick. Hana! I started in this stance, L stance, forearm guarding lock. I finish in that stance, whether I go forward or back. Alright, so when you're coaching as well, when you're writing answers down, stance that we start in, and maybe stance that we finish in, and the hand technique. Yeah, because we might start in one stance, front kick, and landing and bending ready stance. For whatever reason. That was, a random a random example there, but you just make sure it's clear before, during and after what it is we're doing. Right, let me see. No worries. Well done for being here. Zoom tomorrow as well, so see you all online tomorrow. Well done for now. I'll catch you tomorrow. Well done. Hey San. Ciao for now. I will go